Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to make another recipe using my egg white bread mix. I mixed this up in a video a while back and I just really wanted to come up with something to streamline things in the kitchen for me when making egg bread. And I thought it would be really convenient just to have a mix where I could mix up as many of the dry ingredients as possible just to get that done and prepped, and then figure out however many different recipes using that mix so that I would have a whole list of things that I could make without pulling out everything out of my pantry. So far I've done my butter powder bread as well as my frozen shredded butter bread, and those are both staples in the house. But today I'm gonna do something a little bit more. We're gonna do a cheesy garlic breadstick. And I've done recipes similar to this on my channel before, but it was quite a long time ago before some of the different additions to the egg white bread that really makes it good. And so I kind of wanted to do an updated version of that recipe, and then also with the egg white bread mix just to make it that much easier. First, I'm gonna add 148 milliliters of water to my bowl. Then I'm gonna add 80 grams of the egg white bread mix. And my mix is the version with a little bit of arrowroot powder in there, which is optional. And if you did make up the mix without the arrowroot, you can do 72 grams. I'm just gonna get this a little bit moistened before I take it over to the KitchenAid. And actually also before I take it over to the KitchenAid, I'm gonna go ahead and measure out my fat and fiber powders that I'm gonna be adding at the end. So I'm gonna set this aside. Today's video is sponsored by Element. Element is an electrolyte supplement. It comes in all kinds of fun fruity flavors, as well as like a chocolate salt that's great in hot drinks. And one thing I love about Element is that it has no weird ingredients, no sugar. It's only sweetened with stevia. It doesn't have any weird colorings or flavorings. It's a super clean product that basically you're getting the science-backed ratio of electrolytes that is great for your body, as well as a delicious flavor. And I feel really good about both using it for myself and for my entire family. My husband and my kids, they love it as well. Element is offering a deal for my viewers right now. If you use my link, drinkelement.com/indigo, that's DRINKLMNT.com/indigo. If you follow that link and place an order on the Element website for anything, you will get a free sample pack with your order. The sample pack contains all 8 of their regular flavors. It's a great way to try them out or pass on Element to a friend that you want to share hydration with. Once again, all you have to do is use my link, place an order, and you will automatically get your free sample pack. Thanks so much to Element for sponsoring the video today. I'm gonna measure out 1 tablespoon of acacia fiber. And I do add this because it adds a little bit more structure to the breadsticks and gives them kind of a chew. And there are a lot of substitutions available. So if you don't have acacia fiber, you could do bamboo fiber, you could do oat fiber, you could do psyllium husk. All of those would work. You could even leave it out if you really don't want the fiber. I am also going to do 1 tablespoon of whole egg powder. And you can either do a tablespoon of whole egg powder or a teaspoon of egg yolk powder. And then I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of the butter powder, which is 12 grams. Just gonna stir this up a little bit to get all of the lumps out. The whole egg powder likes to lump up, and when you can mix it in with everything else, it just incorporates better into the egg white mix. I'm also gonna measure out a 1/4 cup of mozzarella cheese because I'm gonna put a 1/4 cup in the batter itself just to get that cheesiness all the way through, but then of course there will be some on top as well. So there's my add-ins that I'm gonna mix in after the egg white batter has whipped up. We're gonna start the mixer out on low, and then I will increase the speed to high. That avoids splatter, and I'm gonna whip it for around 5 minutes or until I get a nice shaving cream type consistency. All right, that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna keep it on about low and mix in my mozzarella cheese and my fat and fiber powders. And I'm just gonna mix it up until it's all the way mixed, not whipped at this point. Looking good. I just realized I forgot to preheat my oven, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, 325 degrees. Gonna give this a quick stir, make sure everything is incorporated nicely. And then I am going to spread this out onto my pan. So there are lots of different ways you can make breadsticks. I've done them in like a breadstick shaped pan that turned out really nicely. You can also pipe them if you wanna get some really fancy breadsticks. You can pipe them into long strips. But this time I'm gonna take the easy route and do like you would get in a Domino's or Pizza Hut, where it's all cooked together and then sliced, and then you like pull them apart and they're all gooey. It's gonna be fantastic. Okay, this is all ready to throw into the oven. I'm gonna cook it for 8 minutes, and that's gonna get it set enough that I'm gonna be able to put on the other ingredients without it getting gooey. I'm gonna brush it with butter and all that good stuff. So 8 minutes, 325 degrees. Now to prep the other ingredients, I have a 1/4 cup of melted butter in here. I have 1 clove of garlic. I'm gonna go ahead and get that crushed and mixed in with the butter. Then I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning as well to my butter. Get that mixed up, and then I have a basting brush here ready for when we brush it on. It smells so good. Oh my gosh. I'm also gonna go ahead and measure out my mozzarella cheese for putting on top. So I am gonna do 3/4 of a cup, that's 3 ounces, and combined with the 1 ounce or 1/4 of a cup that's already in the batter, that's gonna be 4 ounces of cheese, or 1 cup. In the whole recipe. So I figure like if you eat 1/4 of the recipe, which I think that's a pretty decent size serving, you're getting about 1 serving of mozzarella cheese, because I'm trying to make this a little bit reasonable. It's easy to make something taste really good when it's 95% cheese, but I just wanted to make this more doable, like for like something you can have more often rather than just being a special treat every once in a while. So I have my 3/4 of a cup of cheese here, my butter ready to go. I'm also gonna add a sprinkle of flake salt to the top. I think that just adds a little bit of extra punch that's really, really good. With egg white bread, the flavors can kind of get muted. It kind of just gets soaked up really easily. So you wanna add extra flavor as well as that extra salt on top really makes it good. And last thing is I'll add a little sprinkle of Parmesan cheese to the top just to give that extra layer of flavor. 8 minutes is up, and this is just set enough that I'll be able to brush the butter on without destroying it. I'm also gonna go ahead and slice them right now. When you get them from like a, Pizza Hut or whatever, usually they bake it all the way and then slice it. But I found when I was experimenting that I liked the texture better when I sliced in the middle here. And it's just gonna let the butter seep down and the cheese seep down all the way around. And I thought that the cheesy like pull apart, like stringy cheese at the end, the effect was just better when I cut it at this point. All right, now I am going to brush, kind of pour and brush the garlic butter all over these here. Try to get them as coated as possible. All right, that looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna sprinkle on my cheese. Try to get that as even as possible. Now we'll do our sprinkle of flake salt, and this of course is just to taste, however salty you like yours. And last thing is the grated Parmesan cheese. And if I'm ever like trying to figure out macros for a recipe or something like that, and I want to know how much I'm shaking out of a container, what I like to do is just put it onto the scale, zero it out, and then I will shake on whatever I shake on, just like that. We don't need a ton, just a little bit to add that extra flavor. And then if you set it back on, you can see how much was taken out. So I used 0.25 ounces or 7 grams of Parmesan cheese on there. Now we're throwing these back into the oven, and I'm gonna cook them about 10 minutes, but I will let you know the exact amount. I find that the bottoms on here cook a little faster than like the cheese gets crispy on top. So what I like to do for the last couple of minutes is broil and get the cheese a little bit more bubbly, a little bit more brown without overcooking the bottom. And so I'll let you know the exact amounts of time that I cook it and then broil it. Getting a nice sizzle on there. It cooked for 10 more minutes, so 8 minutes, then 10 minutes, and then now probably be about 2 minutes under the broiler here. But of course, you're always going to need to watch if you have something under the broiler. Never leave it unattended and do it by time. Always be watching it. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take it out. Oh, look how good that looks with the puddles of garlic butter and the cheese. Oh gosh, that looks amazing. And I can tell you right now, it smells incredible. Garlic bread deliciousness through this entire house. All right, I let it cool down just long enough that it's handleable. But of course, the best time to eat this is going to be when the cheese is still gooey and stringy like that. Oh my goodness, so satisfying. There's a breadstick. There's the inside. Just cheesy, delicious goodness. Of course, you can add more garlic. You can add more cheese if you want to, make it really decadent. But these, as they are so good. And like I said, you can eat a quarter of this and have it be 1 serving of cheese. And then also a quarter of this would have about half a tablespoon of butter. So it's got a good amount of fat, but it's not over the top. It's got lots of protein in there from the egg white bread and then a little protein from the cheese. And so it's really balanced. Like this side dish is very balanced. I feel like there's a lot of recipes like this, especially like with fathead dough and things like that, where it's just so much cheese that it's hard to justify making it all the time. This one has some cheese, but it also has all that protein. So I love that ratio. All right, thanks so much for hanging out for this recipe in my kitchen today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll have all of the links down below for the printable recipe and all of that. And especially if you have not seen the recipe video where I made the mix that I've been using, I will put that down below as well, so you can check that out. Thanks again for hanging out, and I will see you again in the next video.